Welcome to Let's Play Daggerfall. Right, so let us begin a new game. Right, so have already I've already kind of decided what kind of character I want to play, so we'll go to Hammerfell. Redguards hail from the province of Hammerfell. You're part of dark-skinned people, extremely hardy and quick. Legend has it that the Redguard are innately more proficient with weaponry than any other race. In general, Redguards make excellent warriors. Is a character to be a Redguard? Yes, yes he is. And as I said, he, because it's a male. And we choose from a list. We're gonna follow the trait of a barbarian. So basically, our character hails from kind of that more or less like that eastern part of Hammerfell, which is kind of between the deserts and the Dragontail Mountains. There's kind of a jungly area. So he probably hails from somewhere that region. Anyway, a barbarian. Oh. Barbarians are warriors that hail from the harsh lands and fringe, more civilized areas. They make excellent fighters, well suited to survival under the worst conditions. The skills barbarians use most are blunt weapon, long blade, axe, jumping, running, and swimming. Do you wish your character to be a barbarian? Yes. And we will answer the 12 questions for our background. So, you're most fond of using, well, yeah, probably axes. Yeah, that was one of our main. Although, mm, you know what? Long blades, sure. What motivates you to the life of adventure? Uh, Probably just riches, yeah. I think that's a fairly simple motivation. Just, success. Which of the following skills have you been studying the longest? Dodging, backstacking, critical striking. Probably critical striking, yeah. I think we did have like running and jumping and something like that as a important skill, but let's say critical striking, yeah. As a child, your nickname was mm, Quicksilver would be running. Then again, running is kind of easy to improve anyway. Rabbit, guppy, scrapper, monkey. Let's say guppy. Yeah. You were loaned and later allowed to keep, well, I guess a daikatana. We're not really allowed to use like plate mail, so I'm not going to take any of the armor pieces, but I'll take a daikatana, yeah. Which god, if any, do you worship? Probably Stendar, god of mercy. Mm, or RK, birth and death god. I should have probably done a more deeper to dive into which temple would actually be like most suitable for. But thematically, I guess Stendar. Like, yeah, RK. I do know that the Temple of RK at least allows you to make potions and buy them. It's fairly good in that. Oh, I really should have. Maybe I'll just use my phone. Sorry about that. Uh, let's see. UES be, let's see, Daggerfall, let's say temples. Sorry, I, I want to kind of like mainly I'm interested in seeing like which what temple would like have the kind of skill, like the required skill set that suits, a barbarian class. I mean, I know this doesn't like, I know you can choose whatever here, and then later in the game you can join whichever temple you want. But okay, let's first just have a look at like a temple of Akatosh. Kind no, I don't know. Just try to basically get. I really hate like browsing the internet with my phone because it's just okay. Let's say temple skills. The following skills are used to determine your rank in the Akatos Chantry: alteration, archery, daedric destruction, dragoness. Well, okay, there is long blade, running, swimming. Okay, so like the kind of like weapon skills that you would use. So okay, Akatosh, but you have to be rank 4 for the potion seller and rank 5 for potion maker. So you know. Okay, Akatosh. Okay, so Akatosh would technically be something that okay, we could join Akatosh. That's fine. That wouldn't be too bad. How about the RK? Again, trying to. Okay, axe, backstabbing, climbing, critical strike, medical restoration, short blade. Okay, probably things like axe and critical striking and climbing, those kind of things. Medical. Well, okay, yeah, we could also become member of RK. Sure, that's Tibella. Mm, Kinnereth. I'm just checking. I'm checking at least a couple of these temples just to see. Let's say Kinnereth. So archery, climbing, daedric destruction, dodging, dragonish harpy, illusion, jumping, running, stealth. Okay, so mainly like movement skills. So let's say, oh, but it's spell merchant and spell maker. Okay, okay, so definitely not. Oh, I believe that was. Oh, yeah, okay, okay. Well, definitely not Cunareth. Mara, mother goddess. Well, how about that Stendar then? Okay, so Arke and Akatosh, they were both like kind of okay. Axe, blunt weapon, critical strike, take dodging, medical. Let's say rank 2 is potion seller, so that's fairly soon. Rank 5 potion maker. So you have to be fairly high ranking member before you can actually make potions in there. Okay, but axe, blunt. But if I'm using a long blade, I mean, I do have those skills, but I would then actually have to use them like actively. I can still do it. Yeah. Right. So Akatosh and Arcanes, in terms of skills, those would also be kind of okay. RK would obviously give access to potions like like that's 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 the best for that. Stendar, yeah, 2 and 5 for. Yeah, maybe Stendar. I think like thematically. Sure. Okay, yeah, okay. Sure. Okay, what god, if any, do you worship? We worship Stendar, god of mercy. As I said, yeah, so Akatosh and RK would also be kind of okay. Although with Akatosh, like potion buying and potion making, those are actually rather high ranking stuff, so yeah. Okay, yeah, Stendar, sure, god of mercy. You have the most trouble resisting poison, staying awake alert, getting along with others, avoiding diseases, fighting impairments. Let's say getting along with others. Yeah, we're kind of a recluse, you know. Since childhood, you have saved, well, maybe a round shield. Sure, we have saved a shield. You're friendlier than most with, simple giants. Given 200 gold pieces, you decided to buy a dagger, save it, buy a book, buy a ruby, buy a silver staff. Well, dagger, ebony dagger can pretty much harm any creature. But, I mean, I don't know, do barbarians even have like short blade as a skill? Well, I'll take the dagger anyway. You spend any free time you have training with. Well, I guess I already kind of decided. But with Stendar, I'm gonna need either axe or blunt weapons for like. But yeah, long blades. Yeah, you're intimate friends with a monk, a mage, a rogue, a warrior, or an assassin. Let's see if we were maybe. Well, maybe we made friends with a rogue or another warrior, a monk. Well, maybe a monk from the Temple of Stendar. Sure. Her name is Farmir. Well, I guess we are barbarian. We should probably have like. Maybe like this kind of a curly hair. Sure. Right. We are quite powerful. Well, but endurance like 66, so that when we level up, I can, this way I can make sure that I can push my endurance to 70. So maybe a little more of this, and maybe slightly more luck. Although thematically, oh, but you know what? We're not supposed to be very good with people, so yeah, maybe nice even round 60 points in luck. So we have 80 strength, so we are very, very powerful. Right. Long blades, right? So yeah, like a couple of points here. Axe skills, blunt weapons, maybe blunt weapons. I mean, axe and blunt weapons, they are both skills valued by Stendar, so yeah. I want to give myself a little bit of quote-unquote edge. No pun intended. Jumping, running, swimming. Well, swimming at least, and maybe some. Although, I mean, technically running is very easy to improve, but you know, medical, climbing, dodging. Oh yeah, I don't even have short blade as a even as a minor skill. So, medical. Well, medical is a skill that kind of improves every time you rest. Anyway, climbing, critical strike. I mean, yeah, it's a nice thing to have a giantish archery, but maybe climbing, yeah, because yeah. I'm gonna put them to very low reflexes. We have Farmir the Barbarian.
400 years after Tybusep's reign, the beginning will meet the end, and the bloody circle will close at the Empire of Tamriel. The unworthy heirs of the Septim dynasty have allowed the bonds of the Empire to weaken and crack. Uriel Septim, the Seventh, cannot repair what his ancestors ignored. The provinces fight among themselves like neglected children, drunk with rebellion, and one dominable power hides itself, but not forever.
The Imperial Palace, the seat of Emperor Uriel Septim VII, midnight.
Excuse the gloom, but none may know of this meeting. The nature of my trouble is darker still. Over a year ago, King Lysandus of Daggerfall died honorably on the field of battle. He was as loyal a subject, ally, and friend as you are. I did grieve for him, but his spirit does not rest. With a spectral army, he haunts his former kingdom, crying for revenge. I do not know why a good and loyal man would be so cursed. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul. I ask this as your emperor and your friend. I have one lesser request. Several years ago, I wrote a letter to the Queen of Daggerfall. It never arrived. The letter was of a sentimental and personal nature. If you find and destroy that letter, I will be grateful. Now, my champion, rest well this night. For tomorrow you sail for the kingdom of Daggerfall.
You wake and look around the room. Some hours ago, you were in a boat en route to Daggerfall, when a storm of supernatural strength boiled over the Iliac Bay like a malefic creature. Your boat was destroyed, but you managed to swim through the churning water to a promontory rock. There, you found a cave and escaped the fury of the storm. You had only just lit a small fire when a mudslide sealed you within. Your fear of being buried alive calmed when you saw the corridor leading out of the cavern. Perhaps there's a way out of the cave after all. Once free of the cave, you can begin the Emperor's quest. Daggerfall Unity has an updated tutorial. Well, I don't need it. Do you want to receive early artifact quest as part of a quest pack 1? Sure, whatever. And here we are. Well, right. Well, we have. Okay. Oh, we can actually use that. We can use the shield. That's good. But yeah. Right, we are Farmir the Redguard Barbarian. If we click history, first of all, we get our, advantages and disadvantages. So we are immune to poisons. We are forbidden from using Orcish and Daedric. And we're forbidden from using plate armor. And if we click again, we get our personal history. Let us read this. When you were very young, your parents joined a group that was moving to the outskirts of the civilized area of Hammerfell to start a new village in the desert land. Your childhood was spent helping to do the mundane and grueling work required by this sort of venture. The physical hardiness inherited from your parents. Oh, excuse me for a little while. This is really overpowering, this music, so. Yeah, your childhood was spent helping to do the mundane and grueling work required by this sort of venture. The physical hardiness inherited from your parents helped considerably in this regard, and you developed physically at an early age. You also showed some skill at Longblade and spent time with an elder of the village who had you practice the ancient arts of assassination. Your prowess grew as your warrior skills developed, supported by a ready grasp of Longblade. Unfortunately, you eventually found that you had reached the limit of what you could learn in the desert land, so one day you reluctantly approached your parents. After much discussion and resistance, they grudgingly supported the request to travel to a fighting school to continue training, cautioning you that you would have to support yourself during this time. Although saddened to separate from your parents and siblings, you were excited at the prospect of seeing some of the fabled civilization of Tamriel. While at the fighting school, you worked after hours at various odd jobs. These included guard assignments and bouncer duty at the local inn, both of which additionally provided opportunities for you to polish your skills. You also became friends with a classmate named Magga. When Magga completed the training, you vowed to make regular visits to the Imperial City. However, your first trip to the Imperial City also included your first exposure to the distaste that some of the inhabitants and members of the court expressed towards someone of your physical presence and comparatively coarse manners. Your only compensation for this was the ready friendship shown by many of the Imperial Guard. On your third visit to the Imperial City, you were looking for Magga when one of the guard told you that a small group of mercenaries, including Magga, had been attacked and captured by suspected supporter of the former Imperial usurper Yakar Tharn. Without waiting for reinforcements, you set off immediately. When you finally found the rebel encampment, you hesitated because of the size of the outlaw band. You did not procrastinate for long. You used the natural cover of the woodland to your advantage, and one by one you stalked your target and gutted him with your handy katana. Luckily, just when even you were beginning to tire, some of the captives, led by Magga, uh, escape their bonds and help to finish off the remainder of the band. Your group made its way back to the Impaler City, where you also enjoyed the congratulations of many of the guard, and then shortly thereafter you received a message from the Emperor himself. Right. Well. Let's kill a rat. Get some more money. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can just lit a torch to get more light. Huh? Nice. We are upgraded from Rat Slayer to Bat Slayer. More money, huh? Right. Well, and now we are an Imp Slayer. Oh, just a little bit of rest to top our health and kill the rat. Kill the thief. Oh. Well, what do you know? I can actually just equip this, so nice. Potion recipe. For chameleon form and money. And a claymore. A map. Redguard. Okay, well, we found a dungeon. Oh. Alright. Well. Bat Slayer. Well. Yep. Nice. Nice. Kill the bear. Ah. Oh. Oh, sweet. You'll at least get this. Oh. I don't know. shield. It's fine. Right, well. Oh. Yeah. Oh. More spells. Another map. The Crypts of Greenham. Nectar, Ichor, Longshirt. The Citadel of Garsley. Oh, what just... Well... yeah. Nice. Well, a steel flail. Might as well take that. I mean... Well... Oh, nice. I'm just finding maps like left and right there. Well... Orc. Taking the sword. Stinger, right. Nice. We can't really use that. But I can sell it, I suppose. Well, I'm not gonna take extra leather armor. I'm just nice. Right, so improve my endurance and maybe speed here. Well, it's a good thing there's enemy infighting. So the imp is fighting. Oh. Yes. Wow. Because there's an imp, a rat, and a bat, so I'm waiting for them to kind of duke it out. Because hopefully well, oh, okay, I guess the only the bat was left. Well, I suppose I killed the bat. The imp and the rat, they kind of killed themselves or something. Well, we're gonna do full clearing of privateer's hold, so well. Bonus to hit undead would be nice. Nice. Nice, well. Yeah. I'll take the greaves. Oh, okay, I can't. Well, I'll remove the iron hammer and take the steel one. Well, there's one more skeleton in here, so. Ah, come on. Ah. Ah, that was a pain. Well, that I would say is pretty much the full clearing of Privateer's Hold. We have killed every single enemy. We have, looted every single loot pile. So, well, it's evening. We should probably, like 9 hours is 6, 11, like at 8. Maybe 10 hours. Leave like 1 hour for travel when we 20%. Oh, we haven't really improved our skills too much. Oh yeah, because we have to use a lot of weapon skills. Running, swimming, jumping, And, well, critical strike is our highest minor skill. The way that leveling works is that obviously you have to improve your skills. And once you improve your skills enough, you get a new level. Now, but the way that the game kind of determines is that it takes into consideration all your primary skills, your 2 highest major skills, and your highest minor skill, that one highest minor skill. And it tracks the progress for those skills. And, well, running and jumping, I suppose. It cannot sleep now. Maybe it's because I was... Where the let's go south. Right, so at most we can use chainmail, but we only have like a like a chainmail helmet basically. Otherwise, we're just wearing leather armor, so. Put our weapon on. Yeah, freedom! That's the Mage's Guild. Not exactly open yet. Well. There's some shops in here. Let's see. I'm getting a little tired here. Come in. Oh. Oh, here it is. Rusty relics. Sell. Let's see, it's 3 to 21. Well, this does do a little bit more damage and we're better with long blades, so I'm gonna keep the katana as kind of a spare weapon and the dagger. Silver tongue, yeah. Oh, it's an iron bow. You know what? Oh, I'm gonna sell the bow as well. Nice. And I'll buy a wagon from you. There would be an elven longbow, but we don't really use bows that much, so steel war axe, like, I guess if I, we could take an axe, we could fight with an axe, improve my axe skill. Oh, thank you. And I can put all this stuff to my wagon. Ingredients as well. Well, we could join a guild, get some easy jobs. It's 8 o'clock. I could sleep at an inn, maybe rest a little bit. What? I have a feeling that rat was probably following me from Privateer's Hold. Oh, right, okay, I forgot my torch was kind of a... Probably should have, remembered to like put off my torch when I left there. There's a tavern here. We'll sleep for 3 hours. In fact, until fully healed, just because. Yeah, that's the Mages Guild. I'm not looking to join the guild, but yeah, identify. I think you train. Use spells, right? Well, buoyancy. Yep. And reaction. Oh. Oh, all right. Jumping. Yeah. Right. All right. Well, learn some rudimentary spells. That's fine. Let's see. Oh yeah, these. Well. Oh, yeah. More torches, so. Saucer, right. Well. Oh, it's an elven longbow. Nice. Well, weapons are easier to sell than armor pieces. Another hole. Nightblade, huh? Oh, nice. Silver that. Chain greaves. Another. Alright, there was a... Got some better armor. Nightblade. Chain thing. Potion recipe for healing potions. Excellent. Another piece of chainmail. Recipe for healing potion. Oh, nice. We're getting more chainmail. Potion recipe. Invisibility. Nice. Right, well. Oh, oh yeah. Just focusing on the game. Nice. Right. Hmm. Don't actually know where the where's the oh, chain. Good. I mean, I could take these. We can't use it, but oh, sweet. There's a enchanted weapon. Obviously, I haven't been here before, so the exit probably not in here. But you know. I might have to reload an earlier save just to figure out where the exit is approximately, you know. Now, have I been here before? I mean, obviously I have. There's a... No. I think the green one is... indicates... This kind of feels familiar. So... How do I get it there? Oh, right, I think I had to go down somewhere. Well, what do you know? Well, guess that was a nice little dungeon. Let's see. Yeah, it's new. Yeah, I'm gonna put... Actually, I'll keep the silver mace and... I'll keep the shield and the silver mace. In case I want to use, like, you know, a shield and, well, 100 weapons, so... Well, alright, guess... this world map. Well, I'll travel cautiously there. Just because I know. Well. There's a giant in here. Well, put my weapon away. Okay, no one in here. Okay, guess so. Oh, Ellen. Okay, there's infighting. Crystal Bear just died. Pacified giant using giantish skill. Oh, there's some orc. Is this well? Well, map. The House of Studingon. Well, trying to keep eye on. Keep a weapon shield in case I run into, giants. I can try to pacify them with. Okay. definitely not pacified. Probably the one who was at the bottom of the pit. Oh. Right. Oh. Okay, I managed to pacify the orc and the giant. Well, you know what? If they want to be my friends, I'm not gonna attack them. Oof. Okay, nice. Thanks. All right. Swell. Okay, that loops around. Okay, that's a pacified orc. Yeah, I think I was probably supposed to go up. Yeah, I think that's also another pacified giant. Oh, took a nasty hit. But yeah, I'm getting more armor pieces. Bears and giants, huh? And tiger. Oh. On a piece of steel armor. Yeah. Guess I've been here before already. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, I'm about 4/5 way to my first level. Oh, actually. Oh, wait, aren't... Oh, I'm already level 2, yeah, so... so 2 level 3, but yeah. Well... Now... Oh, that's the actual Daggerfall city. Maybe go to another kind of a major city, yeah. Another major city, and because at least there can be, you know, more services in here. Well, that's the silver mace. Keeping the elven one. Well, is there a shop circle in here? Usually large towns like this, they tend to have. Okay. Now this one doesn't. Okay. Let's talk to... Hello. This better be good and busy. Well, let's see there. Well, there is at least a couple of armors. Excuse me, I have a life. I don't care. Okay, well. Alright, Farmir, you have 1 minute of my time. South. Map. Map, okay, good. Oh yeah, armor. Bookstores, general stores, taverns. Southwest. Map, good. West. Might as well. Libraries. No idea. Well, guess you've never been to a library. Okay, there's a Temple of Kynareth in here. There's also Mage's Guild, Fighter's Guild, and Knights of the Dragon. Alright. Well, thank you very much. You've been actually quite helpful. Yes, better appointed than most shops. Okay, well, first of all, well, I don't even have a leather gauntlet, so I'm just gonna straight up buy some gauntlets. That would be a silver longsword. Well, I'm thinking Elven Warhammer is better than this. Okay, well, I already have Elven Warhammer, so I could buy the silver longsword, but yeah, well, I'm keeping the Elven mace, so I have a one-handed Elven weapon. I'm pretty much, I think, empty my... Thank you. Okay, there's at least a general store and another armor like south of here. It's the Fighter's Guild. Alright, well. Practical fashion. Okay, so like average quality shop, I would say. Elven Mace, I already have one. Well, that is a kite shield. Steel Daikatana. Alright, well. Yeah, that's a general store. Practical fashion, right. Well, That would be silver axe and an elven claymore. Well, I'm gonna buy a horse at least now. Cool, that's quite the price, but adequate rulers and root song. Well, get a little bit of money back, I suppose. Full 7, you can exploit the real Baron Zaya. Well, well, now we have a horse. Oh, there's a bookshop. Well, bookshop is fine. Oh, that's another bookshop, okay. Book dealer. Oh. Well, just go north, I guess. Well, for now we don't have access to a potion maker, so I'll just settle selling the ingredient. Thank you. Bank of Daggerfall. Okay. Well, we are in town, I suppose, so. Right, but it's kind of closed already. Well, there is a tavern over here. Like 17 hours. That's 9. A red-faced courier startles you with a cry of "Letter for Farmir." Hey, that must be you. Here, take this. Gotta go. Other deliveries to make. Right. Well, we have some money. Might as well. Banking account. We'll deposit 2,000 gold on my account. Thank you. Keep some small amount of coin for. Dear Farmer, I heard about your accident at sea and feared the worst. Now that I've heard you're alive and well, I would like the opportunity to meet with you and discuss our beloved Emperor's mission in the Iliac Bay. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lady Magnessen, the Emperor's agent in the court of Daggerfall. My position is not so official as an ambassador. None but the other agents of the Emperor know of my true affiliation. The Iliac Bay is rife with rebels against the imperial throne, so your discretion is required. For the purposes of our meeting, I will take a room at an inn, the Knave and the Mug, in Arkbury of Daggerfall, for a month. After that, I will no longer be available. I'll expect you as soon as possible. Yours sincerely, Brisienda, Lady Magnessen. Right. Yeah, so Arkbury. Well, we might as travel to. Not here. Oh, okay, Arkbury. We'll go cautiously, yeah. We have time. Camping at inns. Well. The Knave and Monk. Well, here it is. Where was she? She would usually be in like a more or less a public location. Let me check the letter again. It was the Knave and the Mug. Just out of just to make sure. The Knave and Mug. Okay, this is it. Okay. Okay, so this must be it. Okay. Well. Meeting with Lady Bree. Thank you for responding to my letter, Farmir. I am Lady Brisienna. Let me bring you to date on affairs. The spectre of King Lysandas haunts the streets of Daggerfall at night. Trying to communicate with him is futile. He will occasionally moan the word vengeance, but that is the only coherent word I have ever heard him utter. If you're ever in Daggerfall, do not wander the city at night. You're certain to be attacked by his legion of ghosts. It will probably be gainful to investigate those who might have wronged Lysander's to find the cause behind his torment. I do not know if the royal family of Daggerfall or another person or persons merit more suspicion. The major powers of the Bay, Sentinel, Wayrest, and Daggerfall may be good places to start. In the matter of the letter, the Emperor's agent says that he was unable to hand deliver it to Queen because of the war. He hired a courier who supposedly delivered the letter in his stead. We do not even know the name of this courier. Obviously, there's little information of use, but it would be worthwhile to see whether the letter arrived at Castle Daggerfall at all. How you decide to do this is entirely your decision. I will contact you if any new information should surface. I'm leaving Daggerfall soon. My position here has been compromised and my life is in danger. Do not mention my name in court. It is more likely to hurt than help. Good luck, and watch your back, Farmir. Right. That's it. I guess there must maybe even look a little shop in here. Essential wares. Sturdy shelves. Oh, hello. Might as well check the Little Red Riding Hood. Arrows. Tale of Kieran parchment. Yeah. Casual cloak. Well, good day, sir. Oh. Right, so now that we have met with Lady Bree, we would be pretty much now free to, do whatever we want. Maybe join a guild. Join the guild, do some odd jobs, But anyway, I would say that that's pretty much it for now, so thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye.